Hi everyone. My name is Charlene and I work at the Garson Early On at Northeastern Public School. I'm going to show you a simple way to make a footprint craft. So during our Babies Day Out programs at the center, we do lots of sensory exploration. The babies often use their bare feet to explore. Their feet's reaction to the different textures is not only fun, it helps promote an awareness of their senses and their surroundings. So before we get started on our project, I thought I'd share a simple poem and a few pictures. Enjoy. Someday. Someday I'll jump through puddles, take a stroll, or run a race. Someday I'll walk across the street, or maybe walk in space. Someday I'll scale a mountain or join a ballet corps. Someday I'll walk a tightrope or explore the ocean floor. Someday these feet will do some things that only heaven knows, but for today they're happy just to wiggle all their toes. So we all know it can be difficult to get a nice handprint or a footprint from a baby. So I have a few tips. For a crisp, clear print, an ink pad works the best. So when you're using paint, use it like an ink pad. And rather than painting on the baby's foot, paint a smooth surface like a plate and use the foot like a stamp. Also, it's easier if you keep the baby comfortable and move the surface you're trying to stamp rather than moving the baby. Our project today is going to be a 3D footprint, so we don't need to use no paint or ink. What we will be using is some plaster of Paris. We're going to need something to pour our plaster in, and for that I have some homemade Play-Doh. To start this project, we're going to roll our Play-Doh until we have a smooth surface on the top. Next, we're going to make an impression of your baby's footprint or their handprint. Now, I don't have a footprint or a handprint. I'll be using my hand. Press firmly into the Play-Doh to make that impression. Once you have your impression perfectly the way you want it, using a margarine container with the bottom cut out, press it firmly into the Play-Doh around your impression. This will help contain the plaster. If your project's going to hang on the wall, you will need to put a hole in it, and a straw works perfectly for this. Just poke it into the project where you want your hole to be. Next, we will set this aside and we're ready to mix our plaster. And this mixture calls for 2 parts mixture to 1 part water. So here I have 1 cup of plaster and a half a cup of water. This mixture will take about a half an hour to dry, which is about 30 seconds virtually. See you soon. Walk a little slower, said a child so small. I'm following in your footsteps, and I don't want to fall. Sometimes your steps are very fast, sometimes they're hard to see, so walk a little slower, for you are leading me. Someday, when I'm all grown up, you are what I want to be. Then I'll have a child who will want to follow me. And I would want to lead just right and know that I was true, so walk a little slower, for I must follow you. So now that it's been 30 minutes, our plaster is semi-dry and it's ready to remove from the Play-Doh. We gently peel the Play-Doh away from the plaster mold. Gently remove the plaster from the container and then gently, spinning works best, remove the straw. You will notice a lot of Play-Doh stuck. And so just after a little bit of work to remove all of the Play-Doh, there we have a finished product. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.